Hey kiddos, today is day 2 of generalizations. We're going to go ahead and get started with those. Remember, generalizations are general statements that we make about something. So to start, let's go ahead and go over some keywords. Do you remember from yesterday what keywords tell us it is a generalization? Well, some of our keywords are most, many, all, few, and some. Let's go over those again. Most, many, all, few, and some. Those words tell us that we are dealing with a generalization. So today we are going to be practicing writing a generalization. So your generalizations must contain one of these words: most, many, all, few, and some. All right, let's get started. So what generalization can you make from this picture? Please make sure that you have a whiteboard and a marker or a piece of paper and a pencil to do this activity. If you don't, please pause the video and go get those materials. All right, let's see. This is a jar of jelly beans. We are going to write a generalization for the jar of jelly beans. You must use the words all, most, some, few, or many. Here's my example. My example says, a few of the jelly beans are black. Notice that I use the word few. That is a generalization word. Now, will you please write your generalization for the container of jelly beans? What did you write? Pause the video, and when you're ready, review what you wrote. Maybe you wrote, most jelly beans are sweet. That would be something. Or maybe you wrote, some people do not like black jelly beans. Or maybe you wrote, many people eat jelly beans. All of those would be generalizations. Check your paper, make sure that you have a generalization word. It could be many, most, few, some, or all. Make sure that you write it down because you will have an assessment to type your sentences into the computer. All right, let's try another one. Let's make a picture, a generalization for this picture. This picture is a picture of trees, or you could write a generalization about fall or autumn. So this is my example. My example says, most of the leaves have changed color. What would your generalization be? Please write down your generalization for this picture. Remember to write one of our generalization words: most, many, all, few, or some. Pause your video, write your generalization about this picture. All right, what did you write? So maybe you would write, many leaves have changed colors. Notice that I have used the word many. Maybe you would say, all pine trees stay green. That would be correct. Maybe you would say, some of the leaves have changed color. All of those would be generalizations. Make sure that you have written down your generalization because, again, you will type it into the computer. All right, kiddos, what about this? I am going to write a generalization about a school bus. I have to use one of the words all, many, most, few, or some. Here is my generalization. All school buses pick up students. Notice that I use the word all. That is my generalization word. Pause the video and you write a generalization about a school bus. So what did you write on your paper? Maybe you wrote, some buses are yellow. That would be correct. Now, you can't write the word all buses are yellow because not all buses are yellow. Maybe you would say, most school buses stop at railroad tracks. Or that should be, all school buses stop at railroad tracks. Maybe you would say, some school buses have stop signs on them. Or all school buses have tires. Those would be a generalization. Remember, you should have written that down so you can type it into the computer. All right, let's try this one. This is a picture of a doctor. What generalization can we make about a doctor? Well, here is my example. My example is, some doctors take care of babies. Notice I use the word some. The word some is a generalization word. Now, pause the video and write your generalization about a doctor. Remember, generalization words are all, few, some, many, or most. Pause your video and write your generalization about a doctor. So, what did you write? Maybe you said, all doctors have a stethoscope. Or maybe you said, some doctors are boys. Maybe you said, many doctors perform surgery. All of those would be generalizations about a doctor. All right, let's look at this picture. This picture is of a glacier. What generalization can you make about a glacier? So this is the generalization I wrote about a glacier. It says, all glaciers are located somewhere cold. I use the word all, and all is a generalization type of word. So what would you do for your generalization about a glacier? Remember, you must use a word like most, many, all, few, or some. Please write your generalization about a glacier. Pause your video, and when you're ready, press play. Well, what did you write? Maybe you could say, all glaciers are made of snow and ice. Maybe you would say, some glaciers stick out of the water. Maybe you would say, most glaciers are huge. All of those are generalizations. Make sure that you used a generalization word. Look at your writing now. Did you use most, all, few, many, or some? Make sure you did, otherwise it is not a generalization. All right, let's look at the next one. This is a picture of a monkey. You need to write a generalization about a monkey. Here is my example. My example says, most monkeys have fur. I know it is a generalization because of the word most. Please write your generalization now. Remember, a generalization must have the words most, many, all, few, or some located in them. Otherwise, they are not a generalization. Pause your video, and when you are ready, press play. What you could have written about the monkey is, some monkeys eat bugs. Or maybe you could say, many monkeys live in a jungle. You might say, a few monkeys are in a zoo. All of those are examples of generalizations. Look at your paper now and make sure that you have written one of the words that makes a generalization. Most, many, all, few, or some. All right, kiddos, that is the end of our practice. You will now type in your generalizations that you practice with me on this video. If you didn't write them down, please make sure that you go back and rewatch the video and write down your own generalizations, not my generalizations. We'll see you tomorrow to practice more generalizations.